Hello everyone, welcome to your Soul Nourishment Weekly Message. I am Christine, your mind and body empowerment coach. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel. So, I don't say this enough, but definitely make sure that you check out the rest of the videos on my channel. I do have lots more soul nourishment readings. They're all timeless, of course. But I also have another playlist that's, I believe it's titled Body Acceptance / Confidence, and under there you're going to find a whole host of videos that I am completely covering, any issues you may be experiencing around food and or your body. So if you resonate with my most recent soul messages, then you're probably going to resonate with those too. So I actually started recording this, then I had to stop because I got interrupted. It seems to always happen in my life. I had already pulled a card, which today I was going to focus on intuitive eating. So I'm going to stick with the card because it's a good card and it's a number 22, and I feel like that's a good sign because that's a master number in numerology. So I'm just going to stick with this card, and I will of course clarify with tarot, and I have a couple other decks here, self-love, inspiration, all that good stuff. So the card that came out, what Spirit is saying we need to focus on right now, like I said, it's a number 22 card, so I felt like that was a good sign. This specific topic comes from, so there's 10 principles of intuitive eating, okay? You can Google that, you can look it up. Evelyn, Tribole, and Elyse Resch, they are the creators of the 10 principles of intuitive eating, okay? There's many, many books out there about this. So, this is principle number 5, or this comes from principle number 5, and it says, discover the satisfaction factor, okay? Experiment with your senses. Today, when you eat, take your time. As you do, focus on your senses, the taste, texture, aroma, and appearance of the food, even the sound of eating. Which sense experiences give you the most pleasure and satisfaction? What experiences give you the least pleasure and satisfaction, okay? So just check that out real quick. And so this is a hard one for people to do if they have a real fear around food, because if you have a real fear around food, or say you are very strict with food and you don't really give yourself a lot of freedom to enjoy food because you more often than not feel guilty when you're eating, it's hard to truly slow down and enjoy food and really like find pleasure from it and find joy from it and stay present to it. Because it's funny because I'm actually kind of doing a post about this today on my Facebook account. But anyway, we have been so conditioned to subconsciously, maybe consciously, but more often than not subconsciously, to fear food by diet culture, by society at large, okay? Because we're told that, if we eat too much food, we're bad. If we eat too much food, we're going to gain weight, and weight gain is bad, or weight gain automatically equals poor health. So all of these ideas and limiting beliefs have been implanted in our minds, and it's like I said, it could be very subconscious where you have this fear around food. But when you go to sit down and eat, you might eat really, really fast, and there might not be any particular reason. It might not be because you're running out of time and you have somewhere to get to. Could be, but I think a lot of times people who are chronic fast eaters, it's not because they always have somewhere to be or something to do. There's so much around this fear around food, and you might not even know that it's there, because I hear it all the time. I hear people say, like, even if they go and eat that food that they're a little like about, like say pizza or cake, they eat it and they gobble it down, and then it's just like, oh my God. And then they don't feel good because they ate super fast, and then the guilt and the shame all piles on because they feel like lousy because they ate this food that they kind of deem as forbidden, and now they feel like crap, and they think it's totally because of that food, that bad food that they ate. When really it's because they probably ate it really, really fast. They weren't staying present to it. They weren't fully immersing themselves into the experience. They weren't getting that full satisfaction factor. And another layer on top of that is because they already went into it feeling guilty for eating that said food. So yes, this is multi-layered. There's lots to be looked at here, but if you consider yourself a fast eater, then that's definitely a sign or a red flag that you might have this underlying fear around certain foods, and therefore it's really, really hard for you to slow down and stay present to the meal, because like I said, you're going into it already feeling guilty for eating. Some people, it's not even one specific food, it's like all food. Some people literally feel like, if I eat, I'm gonna get fat, and I've been told fat is bad, and therefore food is bad. It's like this endless toxic cycle. So it's something to keep in mind. And, you know, there's something really special and magical and wonderful when you can sit down and really give yourself that beautiful gift of presence and just, like I said, fully immersing yourself into your eating experience and, you know, eliminating distractions and really paying attention to the food and honoring it in a way that you never have before. And, you know, I know, easier said than done. You're not going to be able to do that in every single meal depending on your situation, but even if it's one meal a day or a couple meals a week where you can sit down and really just stay present and you're not getting distracted by your phone or the TV or whatever it is, or loud sounds or whatever it is, and really experiment with this and notice all the different nuances, the taste, the texture, the aroma. That's really what's going to help you connect with food on a deeper level. And you're also going to be able to pay more attention to things like, am I getting full now? You know, because that's another thing. People complain that their digestion sucks, but a lot of times they're not paying attention to their fullness cues, and they eat past their fullness cues, and of course you're going to feel a little off because you're past that point of fullness. So you'll be able to notice things like that, like just little sensations that your body gives to you, like, ooh, that food isn't really agreeing with you, you might not want to eat it anymore. Like, just things like that, you know, you might have a sensitivity to something, you don't even know it, and you're just gobbling it down, and your body's trying to tell you and communicate that to you, but you're not even recognizing it. It's not registering because you're just eating really, really fast, or you're checking out, whatever it is for you. So when you slow down, you pay attention, you notice all those things. Like it said, what is and isn't satisfying, what is and isn't pleasurable. So, we're going to clarify with some tarot and see what else Spirit has to say about this and what other words of inspiration or advice we can get right now that can help us on this journey. Oops. Oh, and I didn't even mention number 22. So, like I said, it's a master number in numerology. I love numbers, and it just fascinates me. And twos, I mean, there's a lot of different meanings behind two, but twos in general are kind of definitely about choices, and also trusting your intuition and trusting that you're on the right path and all this kind of stuff, right? And like I said, trusting your intuition, trusting you're being guided, all this beautiful stuff. So, you know, maybe for you, this is kind of saying like, you're being given the information around what you kind of need to work on a little bit. And so it's kind of up to you to make that choice, to make that change, to make it happen. And I feel like that's kind of what this is saying here. I mean, we'll see what else comes out in the cards. I already shuffled these, so I don't know why I'm shuffling a million times, but I think we're good to go here. So I'm going to cut the deck and shuffle, and we'll see what else comes out. So let's clarify this card around the satisfaction factor. What else can you tell us, Spirit, about this specific message that came out? Let's see. Do we need to make a choice to make a change? Which all starts with awareness. And you know what? I'm bringing it to your attention right now. So now you're aware. Now you can make the choice to make the change. That's how it works. And it also just helps you practice presence, like I said, which that's a gift in and of itself. And in today's day and age, in everything that's currently going on in the world, being able to stay in the present moment is so key. So key, so important. I'm learning that more and more and more and more and more every single day of my life as I deal with lots and lots of fun anxiety and uncomfortable feelings and emotions. Staying in the present moment is so important. So this will help you practice that as well. I often feel like food is here to teach us just as much as it is to nourish us and all that good stuff. So, all right, Spirit, let's clarify. One more shuffle, please, and we'll see what we got. Okay, 5 of coins, devil, and the 4 of coins. Okay. Okay, cool. So, interesting. So, okay, so we start out with the 5 of coins, which is the 5 of pentacles in a traditional tarot deck here, okay? So, typically, the 5 of coins is about, you know, feeling abandoned, feeling left out in the cold, feeling a little bit lost, maybe, feeling like, you know, it could be a little bit of that victim mentality coming through, which is basically just saying, you know, kind of what I was just talking about. Once you become aware of something, the power is in your hands to then make a change, to make that choice to make the change, I should say. So victim mentality would be when you are aware of something, but you're choosing not to make that choice to make the change, okay? And there's nothing wrong with that, because you know what? We all go there at times, and it's important, and it's necessary, to be honest, I think, because that's where we learn. We learn, we grow, we evolve, we move on. If we were always making the best possible choices on planet Earth, then there would really be no room for growth there, in my opinion. So it's normal to go into victim mentality from here and there. But the key is to not get stuck there. So I feel like, and that is evident here with the devil coming out after that, I feel like Spirit's basically saying, don't get stuck in victim mentality. You have the power's in your hands, you have all the tools that you need, and if you feel like you don't, ask for help, ask for guidance, ask for support, assistance, whether it be from up above, your team, your spirit team, or outside help, like me, a coach who could kind of guide you along your journey. If this is a big thing for you, if this is a really hard area for you to sort of navigate, then, finding a coach or a therapist or a psychologist or a nutritionist, whatever it is for you, whatever you resonate with most, that might be in your best interest. Because the truth is, you're not alone. There's always a solution. There's always a solution, but you have to be open and receptive to it. You have to ask for it. And then you have to expect it will show up, which is also not easy to do, because that's where surrender and trust comes into play. So I feel like that's kind of mainly what I'm getting with this card right now. I don't know if the rest of the traditional meanings around the Five of Pentacles is coming through for me. I feel like right now in this moment, it's about not getting stuck in victim mentality. And again, recognizing that you always have what you need within you to make the change that is in your highest good. So that's what I'm getting with that card. And then, like I said, we have the devil that came out right after that. And the devil, can kind of be about a very similar message, getting stuck in that same sort of victim mentality. Because here you see with the girl in this cage here, she feels trapped, she feels bound, she can't get out, she's in this, it could be a mindset, limiting beliefs, like I'll always be, I'll always hate my body, I'll always, be afraid of food will always be the enemy, just whatever it is for you. Like I said, it could be a mindset, it could be limiting beliefs, it could be habits that are not serving you. And in this case, the habit could literally be that you're just not slowing down enough, right? You're not staying present enough. You're too much checked out, or you're too much in the future, in the past, and you're just not living in the present moment. And so you're not getting the guidance and the downloads and the signs that, your team, that spirit, God, whoever it is that you believe in, is trying to deliver to you in terms of helping you along this journey of, more peace within your body, within your heart, within your mind, within your soul, with food, okay? And it's very much connected to the 5 of Coins for me. It's basically saying, like, don't get stuck here, okay? Don't get stuck here, because you'll be in victim mentality for a really long time. It's gonna be hard, you just kind of be like hanging out in no man's land and kind of waiting for, it's kind of like the idea that life happens to me rather than life happens for me. And when you kind of shift and see it from the perspective of life happens for me, for my highest good, for my growth, for my evolution, the game changes. It totally does. Trust me when I tell you. Trust me, because I used to live in victim mentality all the time. Not just here and there, like all the time. And I felt like a victim, and I felt like, poor me, woe is me, everything sucks, the world is out to get me, I'm always going to hate my body, blah, blah, blah. And when I started to shift that, and I was like, actually, like, what is life trying to teach me right now? How can I start to make things better for myself? Because really, again, the power is within me. No one's going to come save me, right? No one's going to come save me. So, and this also, again, this card too also kind of says that, right? Like, no one's going to come save you. You're kind of choosing to be here, right? And again, with the Devil card, you're choosing to be here. You can leave at any time. You're not actually stuck. And it could be fear. It could be fear of, if I eat these foods, I'm going to get fat, and I've been told fat is bad, and therefore I will not eat these foods. If I do eat these foods, I'm going to eat them really fast and not actually enjoy them because I feel guilty for eating them. It's an endless cycle, like I said, but the truth of the matter is, if there's any fear involved in your eating experience or in relationship with your body, that is a huge, 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 massive red flag saying, it's not for you. This isn't the way, okay? Something needs to change here, because it shouldn't feel like that. It should never feel forced It should never feel controlled. It should never feel so just defeating and aggravating and frustrating and painful. It should not feel that way. Not with food, not with your body. And if it does, then that's your sign. Something's not right here. Something needs to change, okay? And finally, we finish here with the 4 of coins. Now, a couple things with this card. In this deck, the 4 of coins to me is all about connecting with your guides, okay? I mean, obviously she's sitting here meditating and she's going within, she's listening to her intuition, she's trusting herself. Again, with the 2-2, she's trusting her intuition, okay? And she's trying to figure out, like, what is best for me? What steps do I need to take? You know, let me just take a minute, let me take a rest moment here and just think about this and meditate on it and figure out what I need to do, because I know the power's within me and I know that I can make a change for the better, because it's up to me. It all starts with me, right? So that's to me what this card says, 100%, okay? She's not looking outside the window, right? She's inside and she's going within herself. Now also the 4 of coins, or the 4 of pentacles in the traditional deck, you know, also speaks about like withholding. But, you know, and in that case, you know, I would say, you know, it could just be that you've been kind of stuck in this place of uncertainty and or victim mentality, and you haven't really been moving anywhere, and it's just not serving you. So now it's time to go within yourself and figure out what is best for me, what steps do I need to take to start to have a better relationship with food, with my body, and most importantly with myself. Because like I said, food acts as a teacher, and this whole idea of slowing down and giving yourself that gift of presence and pleasure and joy and just really tuning into all of your senses, that goes so much deeper than just the food itself, okay? That helps you connect and embody with your body in general, with your soul in general, okay? So all of these things, yes, it's about food, but really it goes so much deeper than that. And when we can really quiet down with ourselves and just be with ourselves, forget food, that's really the goal, right? Food is helping you do that, but at the end of the day, can you do that with just you and you alone? And so the 4 of coins to me is also speaking about that, okay? All right, so this is ending up a little bit longer than I had planned, but that's okay, no worries. So I'm gonna pull a little card of inspiration here from my adorable little Sweet Dreams deck. I absolutely love this. Information, of course, will be down in the description box, as it always is. So let's see, Spirit, what kinds of, or what words of inspiration do you have around this reading specifically for us as we near the end here and tie it all together? So I hope this is all making sense. I try to make it make sense as much as I can, because like I said, it goes so much deeper than food and your body. Yes, those are the surface level issues, but like I said, it always goes deeper than that. That's what I tell everybody, that's what I tell my clients. Food is not the problem, your body is not the problem. Yes, there's many layers to this, but it just goes so much deeper. So you just kind of have to look at the bigger picture of it. That's why I always say, what is this teaching me? What is life teaching me right now? What is my food issue teaching me right now? What is my body image issue teaching me right now? Because there's totally more to the story. We'll do 2. Okay. Ha! I'm sorry. It's not funny, but it is and it isn't. I always laugh because I'm like, oh, you can't make this up. So we got ask for help, like I said. I am willing to receive help from the universe whenever and however it happens. So check that out. We just got validated. Whoop whoop. So that again is a sign. Like I said with the 5 of coins, don't be afraid to ask for help. You're not alone. You are truly not alone, even though it might feel that way in the moment. You might feel like I've tried, and I get nowhere fast. But again, the power is within you. You have to believe that. You have to trust in that. And of course, ask for help. Because like I said, you're not alone. You don't have to do it alone. You don't have to walk this path alone, okay? So whether it be from your team up above or from an outside source like a therapist or a coach like me, somebody is going to be there to help you. Ask and you shall receive, okay? And also we got fearlessness. I pay close attention to my heart and mind. I do not allow fear to distract me. Yellow. The devil is all about fear, right? Okay? I do not let fear distract me from my path. from my journey of growth, from my journey of self-discovery, from my journey toward healing and freedom and body peace and liberation and food freedom and all of that good stuff. I do not let fear stop me. I do not let fear trap me or get in the way because, like we all know, fear is not real, right? False evidence appearing real. I believe that's what it stands for. Only love exists. So when you're operating from a place of love, okay, and trust in this whole process, I mean, you can move mountains. The possibilities are endless. I always say that. And it's really true because the only one stopping you is you. So if fear is getting in your way, only you have the power. I keep saying that word, but it's coming through loud and clear today. Only you have the power to shift that, okay, and to choose differently and to know that there's really and truly nothing to be afraid of, okay, because even if you're going in a direction that feels uncomfortable, that doesn't mean it's bad. It's just different. It's new. But honestly, that's pretty much what you're being asked to do right now because, like I said, maybe for you, slowing down, period, and enjoying anything, period, is hard for you to do. And I'm right there with you, okay? I'm totally right there with you. In fact, I just did a whole class on Chiron and how, you know, we have this deep-seated wound from childhood that we came into this life with, though. We agreed to work through this specific wound in this life. And mine was so much about this difficulty around experiencing joy. Like, I literally have a hard time having fun. How sad is that? Okay? But a part of that is slowing down. And it's true. I'm a fast person. I'm always like, go, 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 do, be productive. Like, don't slow down. If you slow down, you're bad. Feel guilty for slowing down. And that applies to food, okay? Again, there's many layers to it, but that's another piece. So, you know, for you, this might all be new. It might all be a little bit scary and weird, but that doesn't mean it's bad. In fact, go in that direction. Go towards the, not scary in a bad way, but, you know, scary, like, unknown way. Go in that direction, because that's where you're most likely going to find peace and freedom, okay? So, last but not least, I'm going to pull a self-love card. I just felt like it was necessary today. We could all use a little dose of extra self-love. Whoa! There she is. Okay. Ugh. Okay. We got, I release from within me all bitterness and resentment. I let go of old hurts and forgive everyone, including myself. Yes! And the other side says, I affirm that I am totally willing to freely forgive everyone. Okay? So, and like it says, including myself. And you know what another part of this to me is also? This, to me, speaks volumes in terms of forgiving the world, okay? Diet culture, society, anyone in your past who has ever made you feel less than or questioned your worth and value, anyone who has ever made you feel insecure in terms of your body, anyone who has ever made you feel insecure around food, okay? Anybody who has had an impact in that area for you, okay? Let's forgive those people and, of course, forgive you. Because maybe for you, you're kind of stuck here a little bit because you feel like, I can't ever do anything right. Nothing ever works out for me. You know, I'm always a screw up. I'm destined to, you know, hate my body forever because I'm just not meant to love my body or whatever it is for you, okay? Maybe you're kind of stuck in that place because you're blaming you. You think you can't do anything right. Well, I'm here to tell you, Spirit's here to tell you, be fearless, because you got this. And of course, ask for help. And be willing to forgive you and anyone else in your life who has made you feel like you can't do it, like you can't go on this healing journey, that you can't find peace within yourself, okay? Because that's just rubbish. It's not true. They're all limiting beliefs. And it's just not true. At the end of the day, they're just not true. They're not, all of these thoughts, all of these beliefs, they're just not helping you. They're keeping you stuck. Clearly, they're keeping you stuck in this cage that you can totally get out of. Okay, and I've said this many times before, this is a journey for one and one alone, and that is you. It all starts with you. So forget about anybody who has ever made you feel like poop, brought you down in some way, shape, or form, because we don't need those people on this journey, okay? Send them your love from afar. You don't need to talk to them anymore. Separate yourself from diet culture, anything that gives you a hard time in terms of, you know, cultivating a better relationship with food in your body, because, again, it's keeping you stuck. And just go at this alone, but also asking for the right assistance and support from people who will support you unconditionally, who will love you unconditionally, who will not judge you, who will not criticize you, who will guide you and walk you through this path, okay? So, I hope that you found this helpful. This was a bit of a longer message than usual, but anyway, until next time, I wish you all a fabulous rest of your weekend, whenever it is that you watch this message, and definitely come back next week for your Soul Nourishment Weekly Message. Till then, take care. Bye.